Welcome to Cookie Refresher, Banking and Finances. Troops are financially responsible for the cookies they take. As a reminder, they can't be returned to council. Once the caregiver signs for cookies, the caregiver is financially responsible. Permission slips from different households are needed if both parties are taking cookies. Don't take cookies back from parents unless you want to be financially responsible for them. To pay for cookies, customers can use cash or checks, or they can use a credit card. That can be done online with both direct ship and girl delivery. And it can be done in person using smart cookies. We'll send instructions to the girls through a cookiegram on how they can take payments with credit cards through smart cookies when they're delivering cookies. If a customer wants to send a gift or send more cookies to themselves later at a different time, they can order from the girl's smart cookie email, or the girl can take her order on a smartphone or a smart device. That includes orders for gift boxes, cookie share, and all varieties of cookies. Those orders are credited to the troop and the girl. And they'll use smart cookies. Again, we'll send instructions on how to do that. A new feature this year is for customers to be able to pay for a credit card when they receive the girl delivery email. They can place their order and then they can choose to order and pay now or order and pay on delivery. Remember that the caregiver must opt in to girl delivery for this option to pop up. The credit card information is not saved in a device. Customers get a confirmation of the order. It's just like when you place an order online and you plug in your credit card, you usually get an email. That stuff is not saved in your computer unless you've purposely said, yes, save this in the computer. So it doesn't save, and the option of saving is not there. The girls Manage My Order grid will show if an order is pending and that the customer has already paid. The caregiver has 5 days to approve that order, or the order will delete. And once they do approve it, the customer will get that email alerting them of the order. The caregiver also gets an email saying, hey, there's an order. The customer also has an option to check a box to transfer the order to Cookie Share if that order can't be filled by girl delivery. So if the customer says, yes, I want to transfer this to Cookie Share, and the caregiver then gets the order and says, I don't want to fill this order, I'm going to decline it. If they've opted in, those orders of packages will be turned into Cookie Share for the girl. And if there's any problems, we have allowed troops to be able to issue refunds. In mid-February, troops will also be able to receive credit card payment at booths using Smart Cookie. If you do that, there's no fees paid by the council, and there'll be a report that allows you to divide up those sales to the girls. Information on that will be sent to troops closer to booth sale time. You can continue to use your swiper if you want, but you are responsible for the fees. And a reminder that no matter what system you use, our council is not responsible for any damages to smartphones or devices. You should be making deposits regularly at the bank, and all of that should go into your troop account. A reminder that when you make troop deposits, you don't have to enter anything into Smart Cookies. We will note your ACH pulls for you. And when girls give you money, you should be entering those into Smart Cookies. It's strongly recommended as a way for you to keep track. If your troop account is at Bank of America, there's no action needed regarding ACH, and it's an automatic process for us. We want to remind you that if you still have a product sales account deposit card or a product sales account deposit slip, we want you to recycle those. The product sales deposit cards say PSA in the bottom right corner. The deposit slip's account number ends in 9663. If you're not sure, take a picture and email it to us at cookies@gsksmo.org, and we'll be happy to review it. Another reminder, if your troop wants to go into the bank and use the teller to make a deposit, if you're at Bank of America and you need deposit slips, please request them by December 17th. You'll fill out a form online That form is under Forms and Resources, and then Troop Banking on our website. Please have one request per troop. After December 17th, we're going to remove the link, catch up with the orders that have been placed, make sure those are distributed, and then the link will return. If your troop account was set up by your troop with a bank in your community, you probably have paper checks and deposit slips. We do need you to fill out the ACH form. There's just one this year on our website. It's under Cookies Plus for Troops Product Program Banking, even if you filled it out last year and nothing has changed. So if you haven't filled it out since June 1st of 2020, we need you to fill it out again. Just some reminders about banking. If you have a bounce check and you're at Bank of America, there's no action needed. If you're not at Bank of America, you need to go to our website and fill out the form for bounce check, include the amount of the check and any fees you incurred. You have 7 days to fill out that form and get it in the mail to us from the time you received it. Again, this year, we're going to pull payments out via ACH. For any troop, if you're having a problem with funds in your troop and there's a darn good reason, you're going to need to go to our website under Cookies Plus for Troops Product Program Banking and fill out the funds not yet available form. That has to be done the Thursday prior to the pull. If you fill it out Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we aren't going to not be able to stop that process. And if you incur any fees as a result of us trying to pull money out of your account that's not there and get an overdraft fee, that will be up to the troop. This form should be an exception, not a standard. So it should be because there's some type of emergency in place, not that you couldn't make it to the bank. So please be sure to have money in the bank in time for the ACH pulls. If you use an ATM card at Bank of America to make a deposit and there's a problem, we want to remind you not to go into the bank for help, not to call the 800 number on the ATM, even if the screen or the receipt says to do that. It's not really your account, so they won't be able to help you. Instead, contact us at cookies@gsksmo.org with the details of your deposit, and Veronica and I will try to help you. If we can't help you, then we'll escalate your issue up to our troop banking department. So paying counsel for cookies. As a reminder, any of those payments that were made with credit cards or direct ship are automatically credited in Smart Cookies. There's nothing you need to do. The balance is collected via ACH. We'll be taking $1 per package on March 1st and the balance due on March 15th. After March 15th, if you're a troop or you have caregivers who owe money, we will take some steps in order to clear up that debt. But because we've had some continuing issues, we're implementing some additional procedures this year. We're doing that because we are spending so much time on follow-up and repeat offenders that we're hoping that this will alleviate some of that issue. First, if you have a caregiver who owes money after the cookie program, you must attend a turn-in meeting with your service unit product program manager. That may be a phone call, but they're ultimately going to need receipts, the details of debt, and contact information for the caregiver. If you have any communications back and forth via text or email, you'll want to print those out and turn those in as well. If you don't have receipts, it's up to you to collect that debt. And if you neglect any of the steps, including attending the meeting, you're responsible for the debt. If your service unit product program manager is not available in the days that you're available immediately following the cookie program end, so after March 7th or shortly after that, then reach out to us at cookies@gsksmo.org. As somebody attending Cookie Refresher, you know that you get receipt books as part of your program supplies. We continue to have problems with people not following our requests. So I wanted to highlight that you should be using a new receipt for each transaction. If you're collecting money, circle money. If you're giving out cookies, circle cookies. Please fill out the date completely, month, day, and year, and make sure you're signing legibly the form at the bottom where you're supposed to sign it. If you're collecting money, it was received by you. If you're giving out cookies, it was received from you. The caregiver also needs to sign this in a legible form. If that means you have to redo the receipt or have them sign someplace else on the form, we need them to do that. Please make sure that you're keeping the original. If your troop owes money after March 15th, we will be contacting the troop leader listed as the primary cardholder for the bank account to see what's happened. If it turns out that it is the troop cookie manager, we'll transfer that from a troop debt to a family debt. Our service unit support team is going to evaluate the list and determine if anybody on the list is not eligible to return in a leadership role, and they'll notify you by August 1st. If they have a Girl Scout in the program, we would love for them to continue in Girl Scouts, but they may not be eligible to actually take cookies. So they can do booth and direct ship, but they won't be able to do anything girl delivery. And troops that have cookie program balances will not be able to participate in council-sponsored travel or trips. If you have a caregiver who owes money after March 15th, of course you will have met with your service unit product program manager and turned them in. We will take all of that information and turn that into a database, and then our product program team will reach out to try to collect that money. If that person pays you, the troop, you need to let us know that that's happened. Again, the Girl Scout of that caregiver may be restricted from participating in the program as a result of the debt. They can continue with booth sales and direct ship sales. And they should receive their recognitions. Don't hold them back. Anything that you get, like a patch or a cup or shirt, should be distributed. But higher level items will be held back until the debt is paid. Those are managed by the council. We will not provide makeup tickets if the event is already over. So for example, if Day at the K is in June and the debt is paid in July, we're not going to buy that girl any Royals tickets. She will get cookie dough. And finally, at the end of the program, if any of your girls participated but they're not registered, we are going to take $25 from your troop profits. That doesn't happen very often. We work hard to identify those girls during the program and get them registered. But if you have a caregiver who neglects that step, it will come from the troop profits. That wraps up banking and finance. If you have any questions, please email us at cookies@gsksmo.org.